What does it take to win a race with 18 lead changes, 10 caution flags, and a 7-minute red flag that stops everything cold? Well, if you're Justin Allgaier, apparently it only takes 2 laps. And hey, real quick, if you're a true NASCAR fan like me, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. NASCAR Nation News is just getting started. We're pushing for our next subscriber milestone, and it's all about real talk from fans who live this sport every week. All right, let's get into it. Saturday at Pocono Raceway was one of those races that had absolutely everything. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, Miller Tech Battery 250 was breaking records before it was even halfway over. A race record 18 lead changes, a race record 10 caution flags, and a 7-minute red flag that brought the entire event to a standstill. From the very beginning, it was pure chaos. But here's the thing. When the dust finally settled, when every driver had thrown everything they had at Pocono's famous 25-mile triangle, there was only one man standing in victory lane, championship leader Justin Allgaier. Again, at first, nobody saw it coming quite like this. Allgaier led a race best 35 of the 100 laps. But this was anything but an easy win. In fact, his biggest challenge all afternoon came from Haas factory team driver Sam Mayer. Mayer led 14 laps of his own and refused to go away. Every time there was a restart, he was right there, side by side with Allgaier, fighting for every inch of racetrack. These two traded the lead so often that sometimes they swapped positions on the same lap. It felt like neither driver was willing to blink. Then came the moment that decided everything. With just 2 laps remaining, Allgaier lined up for another restart. However, there was one difference this time. His JR Motorsports teammate William Byron was directly behind him, and that's when everything changed. Byron delivered a massive push to Allgaier's number 7 Chevrolet. The shove was perfectly timed. Suddenly, Allgaier had the momentum he needed. A gap started to form, and once that happened, nobody could catch him. After the race, Allgaier made sure everyone knew how important that move was. First of all, I've got to say thank you to William Byron, because without his shove at the end of the race, it was probably game over. Meanwhile, something else was unfolding behind them. On that same restart, Haas factory team teammates Sam Mayer and Sheldon went for a bold 3-wide move. For a split second, it looked like it might actually work, but then something unexpected happened. The move stalled out. Mayer and Creed both lost momentum. They slid backward through the field, and Allgaier was gone. Just like that, the race-winning move had been made. When the checkered flag finally waved, Allgaier crossed the line, Old Pines 607 seconds ahead of Joe Gibbs Racing's Brent Cruz. But even that story wasn't over yet. Coming through the final corner of the final lap, Cruz managed to pass William Byron and steal second place. A last-second move in a race that never stopped delivering drama. Still, none of it mattered to Allgaier. He never looked back. Now, what happened next tells you everything about where this season might be heading. This wasn't just another victory. This was Allgaier's first ever win at Pocono Raceway. It also made him a winner at 21 different venues in the series. And if that wasn't enough, it was his 5th victory of the season. That ties his previous single-season career best. And get this, it was also the 33rd win of his career in the series. That's elite company. In victory lane, Allgaier reflected on what has made this season so special. This season has been special with crew chief Andrew Overstreet and this whole number 17 and this pit crew right here. We're going to go celebrate this one for sure. But not everyone left Pocono smiling. Sam Mayer was still feeling the sting of that final restart. After the race, he explained what happened. It was either the 00 was trying to make a block or just a push gone wrong a little bit. Just really unfortunate circumstance. And then he said something that earned a lot of respect. At the end of these races, you're not going to not take a run, so I don't blame my teammate for pulling out a line like that. That's racing. Sometimes the move works, sometimes it doesn't. Mayer ended up 4th. Sheldon finished 5th. But Mayer wasn't dwelling on it for long. He closed with a statement that says everything about his mindset moving forward. One day it's going to be my turn and I can't wait. You can hear the determination in those words. The hunger is still there. Now let's talk about the championship picture, because this is where things get really serious. Allgaier now holds a massive 250-point advantage over second-place Richard Childress racing driver Jesse Love. and there are only 7 regular season races remaining. That lead is enormous. And for Love, Saturday couldn't have gone much worse. He was caught up in the very first of the race's 10 caution incidents. His day ended almost before it began. He completed just 1 lap. Afterward, Love summed it up this way. Just frustrated, obviously. Thought our Camaro was going to be good today. Only got 1 lap to feel it out, but I was happy with that 1 corner. Wish we had gotten a few more. While the championship battle took another dramatic turn, several other drivers quietly put together strong afternoons. Anthony Alfredo finished 6th. Roger Cruz came home 7th. Brandon Jones finished 8th. Defending Pocono race winner Connor Zilish was 9th. And Carson Cavapol rounded out the top 10. But before we move on, there's one more story from Saturday that deserves its own spotlight, a historic one. Jeremy Clements, 41 years old, from South Carolina. On Saturday, he led a lap and finished 16th, but the bigger accomplishment came in the record books. With that start, Clements tied Kenny Wallace for the most starts in O'Reilly Auto Parts Series history, 547. Think about that for a second. Wallace set that mark back in 2011 and last raced in 2015. Now, Clements stands right beside him, and next week, he'll stand alone. When he takes the green flag in San Diego, he will officially own the record. That is a milestone worth celebrating. Speaking of San Diego, the series now hits to Southern California for the inaugural United Rentals Driven to Serve 250 at Naval Base Coronado. The race takes place next Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern on the CW, MRN Radio, and Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. A brand new venue, a first-time event, and based on what we just witnessed at Pocono, you probably won't want to miss it. Oh, and one more thing worth noting. Post-race inspection was completed with no issues in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series garage. That officially confirms Justin Allgaier as the winner. So now the question becomes, with 5 wins already this season, a 250-point lead in the standings, and momentum that seems impossible to stop, can anyone in the series actually slow down Justin Allgaier before the playoffs begin? Drop your answer in the comments. I want to know what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and make sure to subscribe to NASCAR Nation News. We cover this sport the right way, as fans for fans. We'll see you next week in San Diego. Take care.